What's going on, guys? More NFL preseason action tonight with the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Candlestick Park to take on the San Francisco 49ers. And so, of course, I wanted to preview this matchup because it is my Minnesota Vikings, my favorite team. And I wanted to talk about this matchup because of some of the things I'm going to be looking for, as I do plan on watching the entire game, actually, not just the first quarter, not just pondering the starting offense and the starting defense, but I'm really intrigued by a lot of the youth on this team because it's a very young roster. Like I said yesterday in a video, the Vikings may have one of the youngest teams, one of the youngest rosters in the NFL. And the reason why it's so much fun, I think it's going to be fun to watch the second string and third string guys, is because those are guys who are going to be starting maybe this year, next year, or at least in the near future potentially, or at least we'll see what we have in them. And one of the things I was most excited about for this draft class was getting to see Harrison Smith, Robert Blanton, and Josh Robinson, although I don't think we're going to see Josh Robinson or Robert Blanton tonight. Usually if guys have even a minor injury in the preseason, they will not play, although if it was a regular season game situation, they would likely play. So I'm hoping we can see Harrison Smith. Been liking a lot of the things I've been reading about him, and I also, I haven't been to training camp, I haven't watched a ton of it. Basically, all the analysis I've had on the Vikings so far this training camp has been basically reading articles all around the Twin Cities area from different sources. So I want to actually see it for myself now and actually see, okay, what do we got here in Devin Aromashodu? How has he progressed? What about Emmanuel Arsenault? Has Stephen Burton come along as well as everybody says he has? Because, of course, Greg Childs had a bilateral patellar tendon tear, whatever they wanted to call it. I forget what it was, but he tore both of his patellar tendons, and it was a ridiculous, horrific injury. And now the Vikings have a big void there because he was probably going to start the first 3 games of the season. And that leaves the Vikings with Michael Jenkins, Emmanuel Arsenault, Devin Aromashodu, Stephen Burton, Kerry Taylor. And while there's a lot of competition for those last wide receiver spots, I just want to see if the level of competition is better than last year, because Aromashodu, he had flashes of potential, like he was playing well, but he's also a 28-year-old guy. He's a veteran. He's not that young anymore. So this is really, he's got a 1-year deal. It's a prove-it contract, and if he can play well this year, that would be awesome, because the Vikings need some receiver help, and I'm looking for somebody to stand out. I don't want to see someone make the team or have that last receiver spot just so we have a 5th receiver. I want to see a guy actually show up and really outshine somebody else, and I hope that guy is either Stephen Burton or Devin Aromashodu, because I think they have the best potential for that outside receiver spot on this team. I think Michael Jenkins is going to honestly be on his way out of Minnesota. I think they're going to end up cutting him at some point. And then on the defensive side of things, we're not going to see a lot of the veterans, which is awesome. I don't want to watch veterans. I don't want to watch Chad Greenway or Jared Allen. I'll save that for week 1, September 9th against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I want to see Jasper Brinkley. Of course, he's got to stay healthy. That was one of my main concerns about John Carlson, one of my main concerns about Greg Childs, and a lot of these injury bugs have been going around to the guys that a lot of people have been fearing about this preseason and this training camp period. So I hope that Brinkley can play well, and I don't expect, he's not going to be the nickel linebacker. Like, the middle linebacker in a cover 2 needs to be able to cover that deep middle, and Brinkley is not really that guy. I believe that guy is going to be Aaron Henderson this year, but if he can be a run stopper, then he's pretty much filling in the same role that E.J. Henderson had played for a number of years for Minnesota prior. But my eyes are going to be on the secondary and the wide receiver, and so no Robert Blanton, no Josh Robinson. Big disappointment for me, because those are my two of my favorite rookies to watch this year. But Harrison Smith at least playing that safety spot, and then the quarterbacks, they got a lot more depth this year. At least they're not going to be starting Asher Allen and Benny Sapp on the outside. So Zach Bowman, Chris Carr. Not sure if we'll see much of Chris Carr today. I don't think we should, because he's a veteran. I'd rather focus on the young guys. You know, Marcus Sherrills made the team last year, and I've also been talking a lot about Bobby Felder on Nicholls State, and I want to see him play tonight. I hope he does play a lot, and I think if he does, it's a good game for him to play a lot, because it's the San Francisco 49ers, and they have a lot of wide receivers. I mean, Randy Moss, he might not play much at all, but A.J. Jenkins, rookie, I expect him to get some playing time, because he's probably not going to be very high on the depth chart, and they want to get him some reps. Ted Ginn, Kyle Williams, those are the guys lower on the depth chart. I think we could see Bobby Felder and some of these guys covering, and so it's going to be our backups covering some decent receivers from San Francisco. That's a good thing, because I want to see a good level of competition and not think that Bobby Felder is going to be some shutdown corner who was undrafted and be some gem for us if he's covering some guy who was barely going to make the practice squad, perhaps. And of course, I'll have my eyes on Christian Ponder. I don't really need to mention that. He's a young quarterback. Everybody's going to be watching Christian Ponder, and so I definitely will take notes during this game, guys. I'll have some sort of analysis after this game is done, no matter what happens, pretty much. I'll have something to say, and maybe Ponder will do one of these belly flops into the end zone. I doubt it, though. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on this game tonight. I'm looking forward to it. 8 o'clock Central Time. I'm going to stay up and watch the whole thing, hopefully. And so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.